We'll take a few questions at this stage if you all have any.
Hi, good day, sir. Shane's Bovell from the Newsday newspaper here. In addition to the 100-strong team of defense soldiers you all will be sending, will you all be sending any heavy equipment from the Army Engineer Corps?
Not on this occasion. I mean, it can't fit on the Cal plane, and also because of the distance from here to the Bahamas, it's not practical for us to use any of our Coast Guard vessels to take any supplies. So at this stage is really what we can take on the plane and to assist them when we get there with what they can provide. But it is impractical for us to send any heavy equipment.
If I may add, Minister, in addition to that, Nassau has not been hit, and some of the major islands in Bahamas. So you find those facilities are available. So we'll be utilizing what is available to go to the islands that have been affected, as compared to Dominica, where there's devastation on the whole island. So we had to send up those kind of equipment to assist them.
Peter Christopher from Trinidad Guardian Media. During the post-cabinet press briefing, the Prime Minister mentioned that technicians from TN Tech would also be going to the Bahamas. Would they be in along with that flight on Sunday?
Mr. Christopher, I assume you weren't here at the start. The answer is no. At this stage is still premature. So they are on standby, but we took a decision that it didn't make sense carrying our personnel because, of course, there's a cost associated with having our personnel on the ground in the Bahamas, as you would imagine. So at this stage, until a proper assessment has been done, we didn't see it fit to send the crews. There's 7 personnel at this stage from TN Tech and 1 or 2 officers, engineers from WASA to take them up with us on Sunday, for them just to be on standby and waiting. As soon as they're ready for them and they can play a role and have work to do up there that is effective work, they will make their way there. But at this stage is not envisaged that they be there with us on Sunday. Yes? Just
Yolanda Thomas from Night Sabah.
Hi, afternoon.
Minister, I wanted to find out if there are any nationals that have been affected by the passage of Hurricane Dorian.
The answer is no. I spoke to our Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs this morning, Minister Moses, to tell him Minister Moses, the CDS, and I are going up with the troops on Sunday. So if there are any of our nationals that need to come home, we will be able to bring them home. He then reached out to the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Bahamas. At this stage, the answer is no. At this stage, we have none of our nationals who are affected that we are aware of. But if that changes between now and Sunday and they want to come home, we will bring them home. But the answer at this stage is no.
And with respect to the 100 persons, soldiers, can you say whether they would be paid extra for these duties?
First of all, I'd like just clarify, it is not only persons from the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment. We're sending from the Air Guard as well as our Coast Guard as well. And the answer is yes, once they're out of the jurisdiction, they do receive some sort of per diem and some sort of additional pay for being out of the jurisdiction.
Good afternoon, Karen Kuzier-Phillip, TTT News. I'm just wondering what percentage of our armed forces is the 100 men? Is it a third? Is it a half? What is the manpower?
Very far from a third and a half. We have more than 200 persons in our Trinidad and Tobago Defence Force.
We have 5,000 plus in the Defence Force. So 100 is a drop in the bucket. But it's special skills that we're sending to meet the required needs.
All right. You mentioned that you would have to pay for the fuel for the return trip. Do you have any kind of cost with regard to that?
I don't have a costing for the fuel on the return trip as yet, no. All right. Yes, go ahead.
Would the media be allowed to know?
Because of the circumstances and the fact that it is the Defence Force that we're taking up and it's 100 troops and we will be carrying some of the equipment, etc. Unfortunately, not on this trip. All right. Thank you all very much, members of the media. I appreciate you all coming out on a Friday afternoon. Thank you.